Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the GSL Grand Finals. Kua in the bottom left side of the map, Hero in the top left, and some very fun series to get here so far. A couple of banger games being mixed in, and Hero, as he loves to do, opens up game one of the finals. He loves to start a series without giving his opponent a chance to go first. He doesn't ever want to get put on the defensive, right? He doesn't want to be reacting. So he says, go across. If you're proxying, I'll know about it immediately. I want to harass, mess up your SCVs, disrupt your opening. But Kua should be mentally prepared for this, because Hero does this almost every single game. You can see he already had the SCV coming, intercepts it before it can even damage the barracks SCV, and he can just obviously tag team it. So he should bring another SCV over here to cut off the probe from in front to not let it regen shields. Oh, he doesn't do that? I think that's a missed opportunity. Yeah, you see, he tries to... I mean, Hero does... He's very good at dodging the intercept, but if you do it early enough when the other SCV is still chasing him, he doesn't get to regen his shields at all. So I think a small little detail would have been nice there for Kua. Hero's probe harassment is so obnoxious, you really do want to optimize your reaction to it. Now look at this, he's only got one worker on these 3 mineral patches. So already the disruption has kind of just, you know, made Kua's mineral efficiency slightly worse here. Not a big deal, but look, once again, he bounces a worker off the close patch. Oh, he's so annoying. So annoying. Hero. And it is a reactor first build. He doesn't actually see that right now. Now he does. Okay, he confirms it's reactor first, sees the factory, but he's got those shields regenning once again. And 16, 17, 18, and he does take a hit. No more regen. Core before Nexus into second gas. I would love to see a bit more Nexus before core behind this early probe scout. I think he doesn't feel safe because you sacrifice so many minerals going for this early probe harassment. Sending a worker across from the start of the game is not cheap. And your gateway units are out so late if you go Nexus before core. I'm just a greedy boy who loves that stuff. Double Reaper for Kua. Hello. Wow, if you know your timings as Hero, if you see no Marines are out yet at 220, 225, you know this is Reapers. So you should actually hide over here, recall the probe after doing maybe a little bit more harassment. Some people prefer to save for the chrono, but I do think recalling would be amazing. He sees the Reaper come out, confirms there's no tech lab yet. He tried to block the tech lab, I think, or maybe just to see what's going on. He does cancel the spike pylon there. Chronoing probes, shield battery in the main base, and the natural double battery. Battery obsessed lately, and I love it. It's a good idea. Is he going to go for the early hallucinate? Looks like the answer is no. No need for that. He's already seen everything there is to see. Stalker Sentry in position. I don't think you can trap them with a force field. Actually, oh no, there's a hole there. You could just run that way. I was going to say, if you force field there, are they trapped in this little area? But there's that opening. Hellion comes in to go to the right side. Reaper can go left. Hallucination will come in to see the follow-up. Kua's just going to macro out of this command center coming up. Tech lab on the factory, all that good stuff. Hallucination does see the Reaper's going. 4 Reapers! But he's got batteries. Of course, Kua doesn't know he has batteries, which is part of the problem, and that is why he's overcommitted to Reaper Heli in this game, and Hero is just playing so safe. Twilight into second and third gateway. It's not a fast Twilight, but it doesn't need to be. He's going to go charge first. Hero is sensing this is going to be a highly aggressive follow-up. Is it, though? Cloaked Banshee coming in. Charge. Oh, the force fields. The Reapers slide out. Those anorexic Reapers. Those Jenny Craig Reapers. Only a Hellion ends up getting trapped there. Reapers do regen, so he doesn't mind trading a few hit points for a bit of shield battery energy. Robo into third and fourth gas goes down for Hero. Hero, an overwhelming favorite to win this season's championship, guys. He's the one player up there with Clem and Cyril as the clearly best 3 players in the world. Of course, Clem and Cyril both traded Pigfests. Did Hero win a Masters Coliseum or one of those? No, the 2 tournaments at the start of the year, Cyril won one, Max Pax, I think, won the other over Clem. And then we've had Clem and Cyril win Pigfests. So we actually, even though I say he's top 3, I mean, he is top 3, but I would say he's rank 3, right? Clem and Cyril are just a little bit better than Hero in results, but he's, I think, so much better than 4th place, whoever that is. There could be a big debate about that. Dark, maybe, before he retired. Third Nexus not down yet. Kua's seeing this. He's got to wonder. He's got to wonder to himself, because, like, he hasn't been scouted by Hallucination. And you know what? If this finishes before the Phoenix comes in, he might not see the cloak. If he doesn't see the cloak, he might just think this is a Raven. It just seems very late to be still on that tech lab. And, oh, he sees the Banshee. Okay, Banshees aren't going to do anything with the cloak. They could push with the Marine tank. With charge out, I think Hero is well set up to deal with this. Ooh. Dude, I want to see these Reapers in a frontal attack. It's going to be so funny seeing them like bounce Zealots around. Robobay's on the way, no Forge just yet. Third Nexus has started about 5 minutes. Banshees go down the right side. Maybe he hides them in the corner for like 5 minutes, brings them in later, and kills 20 probes. I think hidden delayed Banshees can sometimes be effective, but you don't want to just dive in and lose them. Oh, dude, does he lose his tanks here? He doesn't have stim yet. Oh my god, here comes the Zealot YOLO. The Reaper's going to try to pull back. Zealot's going to get rid of 8 siege tank. Can they get rid of anything else? There's plenty of Marines. A Zealot for a tank. A few more Zealots take damage. Okay, let's lose 1 more Zealot. That's fine, though. Double Banshee on the right side. Comes in. Hero. Warps in Stalkers on the base. How'd he know? I mean, he doesn't have an Observer there, so he still loses 4 probes. Good start. There should be an Observer over here. These Banshees are going to see if they can find something. They got to pull back. Gets 1 more probe. Does take some significant damage. Actually, I don't know if there's enough space to hide, so just going to go back this way. It's 2 more probes. Hero a little sloppy on the D, but the Banshees can outrun the Observer. So they do get to safety. They're going to hide over there and stare at these beautiful little red fishies off the side of the map, while the Observer just tracks onto them and says, okay, no more surprises from you. Third command center coming up on the natural. 4th and 5th barracks, 50 workers to 52, feels decent as the Terran. And it's about 7 minutes as stim, shields, +1 medevacs. These things are about to give you a bit more leeway, but oh, the Observer! Did it see that double drop pickup, guys? That's the question. Let's go to Hero's camera. I don't know if he noticed that. It was only on the edge of his vision. He just sent something to the watchtower, to the healing shrine, I should say. Not the watchtower, it's a healing shrine. He has no idea about the drop on his left side. He's got a pylon on the edge, so he will see it coming in. He's got a battery in the main as well. This is Hero's camera. He does not know about that double drop. Gets scanned, though. He gets scanned in his main. He's not paying any attention. Now he is. Okay, now he sees it. You've got to go back to everyone's vision. He's going to snap recall a Colossus. He actually could have maybe sniped the Colossus if he got rid of the battery, but I guess with force fields and that recall positioning, it was fine. Drop hides in the top left. Banshees in the top right. These Stalkers hiding, so if the Banshees come in, they'll get blinked on and sniped. Meanwhile, Zealots left in the middle. They get gunned down. Trades a Reaper for a few Zealots. Great trade for Cure as he floats his third out. Double Forge and Colossus are on the way. Hero's army will massively improve with time. He's also taking a 4th base, which could best be described as a meme, and at worst as what the hell are you doing expanding there? Top right or here are both more standard, but we are talking about Hero right now, and Hero's a crazy person who just does things however he feels like. Banshees are there, they get 4 probes, but they're going to get shut down. The Banshees are gone. Now Q is going to find a 4th base and go, what the hell is that doing here? He stims in. Colossus in the open. It gets clicked on. Hero loses his Colossus. Widowmines burrowing on top. I can't believe it. Double drop tries to go in the main, but he doesn't want to drop on top of the Colossus and the Zealots. The Stalkers are getting hammered. Hero, a hot mess of a series of interactions here. He's lost his entire right side army. The siege tank will go down. And I think Cure can just pull out. But wait, he drops the main now. Of course, he knew Hero was going to F2 out of position. The bio not unloading. Cure with the miss micro. He's not unloading his bio. He accidentally stopped for a second there. Misses out on a bunch of kills. And he's going to lose a lot. If not, yeah, he's going to lose that entire army. No, drop does survive with units inside. But on the same time, he didn't pull back on the right. Tail end of that fight, sloppy for Cure. Hero somehow maintains control of a 4th base. And with no units on the map, 2 Colossus, 6 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, he builds 4 probes at a time. Okay, but only 4. I was going to say, if he keeps building probes, that's crazy. He's got no map vision. Finally, an Observer goes out through the right. He's got an Observer on the left that seems to be coming back to join his army. Bad time to pull this Observer back. Q's going to thrust up the left. And he scans. Oh, the Observer had actually perfect timing. Uh-oh. Drop's going to get spotted. Army's on the right side, though. Recall not available. He's going to YOLO it. Oh, my lord. One full dropship, or one dropship with a few units does go down. Another medevac gets sniped, but the units have already unloaded by that point. Marine Marauder Widowmine doing what they can. Cure, this may be a bit too much of a YOLO. It's a big map Persephone to start the series. Same time, drop sneaks around the top, gets in the natural, getting a few probes. Cure trying to out-multitask Hero. Really good way to overwhelm most players, but multitasking not really Cure's like special feature. That's more of a bunny or Clem sort of feature. Is it enough? Oh, he loses it. That's Stalker blinking over. Nicely done. And keep in mind, guys, it's 1-1 upgrades. for the Terran. But with no armor... Oh, he's got an armor in his second eBay. I was going to say, he doesn't have those. He can't upgrade, but he's starting plus 2-2. 2-2 already well underway for Protoss. And I think after these last few trades, trading negatively with Hero, now Hero is miles ahead. Purely because he's got map control, he's traded better, he's got more workers, he has a fourth base. As long as Hero doesn't overcommit and get his army wiped here, which it seems like he really wants to do, this is such a small army for Hero. I mean, if Kua just kills this army... Hero! Oh my gosh, he just shoves to the other side with a tiny force! He had good map control. 2 more Colossus arrive way too late to the party. I mean, Kua might be tempted to just chase this. He's going to at least get the sentries. He does get those. Chasing any further might be a bit too ballsy. And indeed it is. He's going to pull back. If he went to the healing shrine, maybe. But he doesn't go to the healing shrine. Wouldn't mind that red hit point stalker blinking down there. Kua may have chased a bit too far. Sometimes Hero's cavalier attitude gets him in trouble. At the same time, sometimes then the opponent chases too far and he kind of turns it on them, right? It's the power of being such a crazy, unpredictable, and aggressive player as Hero. Takes the top right side base at the same time. He is still back to 3 Colossus now, with a 4th one about to come out. How many Colossus has he built out of this single Robo? He's got 4. He's lost 3. He's built 7 Colossus in 11 minutes in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, how many chronos has he put into the Robo? How do you get 7 Colossus out by 11 minutes? I don't know if I've ever seen that. I guess he didn't build a warp prism and he only built 2 observers, but still. Oh no, he built a 3rd one over here as well. What? Dude, Hero's a mad dog. That's crazy. He's building another one because he knows that Kua very late to second starport. In a lot of the games we've watched against Classic and yesterday as well in the semis and finals, starport is down on the reactor now with no 4th command center. It does feel like Kua is going to really struggle the longer this game goes. And Hero's like, lol, let's take the top right and this base while going 3-3. Oh, he's got this game well advantaged now. As long as Hero just, adds a second Robo or Storm or Dark Shrine, just any extra tech, he's got so much more map control. He's thinking about base number 7, which is kind of crazy. Dark Shrine and second Robo, yeah. As long as he doesn't take awful fights, it's going to be incredibly hard for Kua to fight back. Right now, though, Hero's army is so small. He's massing tech, upgrades, economy, and his army is small. It's heavy on Colossus. He starts another one and realizes, that might be too many. The problem with his army is it's so heavily invested in Colossus. If Kua goes to like 14 Vikings, maybe, I'd say 14 is probably the right number. He could kill them so quickly and then maybe win the ground war. Command Center is going to float over from the main. So he's going to go for a budget 4th base. That was a Viking that just got sniped, right? 4 Vikings have died for 3 Colossus this game. It's mostly Marauders that were taking them down. 5 Colossus in the army. Only 3 Vikings building at a time. I don't think he realizes how many Colossus there are in this map. Bunker and Widowmine will begin the defense. The Zealots are going to click the refinery and then run away. Hero happy to trade 8 Zealots for a refinery. Oh, but oh my gosh, how do you stop this army? Even with EMPs and a handful of... He needs so many more Viking Marauder to deal with this. Disruptor comes out, doesn't land. Vikings chase way too far, loses a few of them. He's trying to just chase the army, but I think seeing how many Colossus there are, you gotta be worried. And Hero, I don't think you can get Colossus on here because they're air units. Oh, they can. They're not blocked by air blockers. Only actual flying units get blocked by air blockers. Heals up his Colossus, not something you can normally do on other maps. The Healing Shrine paying off. New 4th Command Center comes in. The Viking count, 7, 3 more popping. It's not enough. He's going to go to 8, but right now Q is almost maxed without enough Vikings. So many sentries. Disruptor goes out the right side as well. Oh my lord, look at this engagement right here. Nice stutter step and positioning for Q. But I just don't think he quite has the Viking count that he needs. And if he chases, he's going to be way too clumped. A few stutter steps to those Colossus will ruin him. And Hero, being the absolute menace that he is massing cannon battery in the corner of the map, literally stealing Kua's 5th base. And that is so foul, but in the best way possible. He's going to cut off the flanking path to make sure Kua can't come in from the side. Lovely breakdown of those rocks there. Disruptor comes out, doesn't land. But he's just keeping Kua pinned, and Kua's too far behind for too long now. Like I said, when Hero made that push and lost those 2 Colossus, I thought maybe Kua would just grab map control, get back in the game, but he's a bit too far behind for too long now. There's just so many Colossus. The Colossus are stutter stepping into the Marauders. I'm just going to give you guys a hot tip. If the Protoss is stutter stepping into the Marauders, that means he's probably either winning or losing very badly. And in this case, it was winning very badly. Hero just gets game one. It's a big map. It's his map pick, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't see a Terran player picking a giant map like Persephone, so I imagine the next one is going to be Q's map pick. But game one goes the way you'd expect to the player who picked that map. Well, that was a sick game, but onto Tokamak. Okay, this is interesting, guys. I wasn't expecting Tokamak, but I guess this map's pretty good for drops in the main. Maybe Q are enjoying this map. I thought we'd be going to smaller maps a bit earlier in the series, but Hero is a player that does get different styles of play out of just about everyone. He's going to go across the map reasonably early. I don't know if this was one of his very first probes, but very soon after that. And Q, he wants to go for a proxy barracks, but he's going to have to change his plan because this probe is going to see him leave. Oh, maybe not. SCV sneaks by. Hero has no idea. So it's going to be double barracks Reaper by the looks of it. It could be second barracks Tech Lab and go for the Marines from the front, Marauders from the proxy. That's a really nasty opening. It's just incredibly all in, so it's hard to make it work. Very good. All right, guys, we've got the second barracks going up down there. Is it Reapers or is it Marauders? If it's Marauders, he's going to skip the orbital command and make a fake command center to make it look like a normal build order. We'll find out when this barracks finishes. Hero sees one gas, so he's going to expect a command center at about a minute 40 to a minute 45. Marine first. It's the Marauder build. Sneaky Marauders. Very sneaky Marauder build, guys. You need to throw a command center down. He's skipping the orbital. Very sneaky. And this is going to allow him to throw that command center down soon. And there we go. He's going to throw it down in front. Marine is going to deny that probe. And this looks like a totally normal build. Unless you notice that that command center is like 2 seconds late. 3 seconds late from when he should have had the money for it. Which is such a crazy read. No one can do that. Oh no, he trapped his SCV. That's unfortunate. Oh, he might lift the barracks quickly to let the SCV out, but that does delay Marauders by a few seconds if you do that. Sneaking another SCV out the far left because he wants to bring these SCVs in to try to like build bunkers with this push. Sentry's going to come out early. He's going Sentry first. Since when does Hero play Sentry first? That's going to scout early enough to give him the heads up on this. If he goes any other gateway unit first, this is totally fine for Cure and has a good chance of working. I can't believe it. I have not seen Hero go Sentry first once. And in the one game where he needs the scout as quickly as possible, but he doesn't have energy. He's been chronoing probes. So he doesn't hallucinate straight away. So it's good for Cure, guys. It's very good for Cure that is the case. He's waiting right now. He's going to move out with 3 Marines, and he's going to go join up with the Marauders and the SCVs. It's go time. It's a long distance across this map. The battery's very exposed. Sentry. He's going 2 sentries. Who the hell goes double sentry? Double sentry 3-gate. I think he made the read off the command center timing. He's making a 3rd sentry. He does hallucinate, though, which means he doesn't have any energy to fill up on that. This is such a weird style. He force fields the Marauders and surrounds them with probes. It's the sentry probe defense. Hero with the read. Just because the command center was a few seconds late, he's massing batteries. The SCVs have been pulled. The absolute mad lad that is Hero, fighting this off with probes and sentries. Is it going to be enough? I think it is, man. I think it is. Probes, the natural counter to the Marauder. Marauder's good against Stalkers. It's not that good against Sentries, Zealots, Adepts. And that's why he's gone for the Sentries here. Needs to heal the pylon. He's going to start healing the pylon there. He does just that. The Marines start to get focused down. The battery's out of energy. The other battery takes over the pylon. Artosis pylon. It's not going down. Cure right now has got to be so sad. That pylon on 7 hit points. You are kidding me. What in the hell? All right, guys, so we've got an update after that last game. One of our Twitch chatters has said, oh, yeah, I'm looking at the video right now, because obviously I don't want to spoil myself. He said on the player cameras, Hero looked like he was having a heart attack and like surviving it with his camera during that game. Like he had no idea that push was coming. He was just doing his own weird build order and then was just like, whoa, and just like obviously was in a great position to hold it. And apparently afterwards, obviously he looked kind of happy about it, but also like shocked happy. Whereas Cure apparently looked like he wanted to walk out of the studio. Just looked like, what the hell? What, like, why do you have multiple sentries, instant probe pull, force field surround the Marauder? Like, what? You know, like I said, this is just Hero's been doing so many different openings, and I feel like he's been really blessed with like picking the right opening for the right time a lot of the time as well over his last few games. So it's got to be so confounding as the Terrans. They're like, can you just do one predictable thing so I can pull a dirty all-in out at the right time? And it's like, it's just not happening. Early probe harass again. Looks like a pylon probe here. Good bit of harassment. There's going to be a double gas build for Cure once again. And we've noticed Clem has gone much more towards one racks expand against Hero recently, and has found more success with that. And I don't think Clem's been rating the Phoenix openings that highly. Thinks they're not as good, but I do think they are fantastic. Clem just has a ability to navigate things in ways that other players can't. Nexus going down after Cybercore. We'll go second pylon, 20 supply, and then go back to probe production. Factory down. So it's Reaper Factory. Cure's going to be playing from behind on the income, as you do with this opening. The question is, can he surprise Hero or catch him off guard in some way? But Hero absolutely loving the power of that early sentry scouting at the moment. He's doing such a good job of it. Felt like very few players used sentry before. I know Estrella experimented with it. Oh, hello. Good catch. Cure. Get some much needed pick-me-up. Reaper finding the probe. Going second Reaper and the factory. Command center does go down. He's back on gas. Very quick back on gas. Wants to get the starport sometime in the next 20 seconds. And go straight maybe into Cloaked Banshee or Raven. Into Marine production. No reactor is interesting for Cure. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like Protoss is pinned at home. Alright, so the Reaper comes in, guys. Gets himself a probe. Stalkers, for some reason, leave him for a second there. Almost gets one more. The Reaper does just get pushed into the forest. The Twilight Council comes down. A little bit of a delay, but it hides what he's doing. I would say you assume it's a Twilight. Most games are Twilight. Most games are Blink, but you never know. Starport Tech Lab. Single Marine into Reactor. Command Center is a bit exposed there, but if this Adept moves out, or if he can run past the Adept, which he absolutely will, there is nothing to defend at home. Likewise, though, Cure's Command Center is wide open, so he's going to lose that SCV for sure. Oh, Hellion Reaper. We're going to kill at least a few of these probes. One goes down. Can he get another one? Oh, nice stack up on those probes. Gets two. Make it three. Not bad. Unfortunately for Cure, he's losing build time on that command center, but with a Cyclone about to pop out, Hero needs to leave. Hero, you can't stay here much longer. You're going to lose those Stalkers. Uh-oh. Cyclone pushing forwards is going to chase into these, and as long as he doesn't lose vision, the Stalker does go down. Surprised he didn't try to chase the second one. Probably just a bit too cocky. I mean, I'm saying like he knows it would have been too cocky and maybe got him in trouble. Orbital comes up on the natural. There are 2 depots in the main. That's too many. 20 supply free right now. Seems like a little bit of a build order mistake here. Second barracks goes down. He's going to go for a Marine Cyclone drop. There's Stalker Adept here. Oh my gosh! Who expects someone to push against a Cyclone? Not Cure. But it's Hero. You're playing against a mad lad. Medevac survives, gets an Adept for a Marine, gets himself a lock onto one of those Stalkers, but doesn't quite kill it. That Ready Point Stalker he wants so badly. He loses 2, 3 SCVs. No, 2 SCVs. But he gets himself another Stalker. One more Marine goes down on the disengaged units. Lost tab is in favor of Terran. Hero doing crazy hero things, and it does lose him units in the trade. You got to realize the advantages Hero gets from this is it puts Cure in his corner. It forces Cure to be a bit more defensive. He's missing SCV production right now. Q is kind of like, geez, what's next? Why is he in my face? Like, am I about to get hit by some crazy attack? And it is indeed 4-gate blink for Hero. No third gas, though. Dude, Hero's builds are so chaotic. It's so amazing. I've been so inspired watching Hero over the last few years. And, like, I remember I used to be really so, like, I need to really be optimized and build order focused with Protoss. And I've come to appreciate a player who can play at this level and lean into the extreme flexibility of the Protoss race as well as he can, because it's so hard to execute, but by not being preset in his builds and having to do the same thing over and over, he's developed this ability to flow like no other Protoss, and it truly is so difficult for a Terran to figure out what the hell is happening in the game and what they should be doing to adapt to it. That Stim's very exposed. He wants to catch an Observer coming in. The Observer's going on the front. Single Medevac coming out. It's kind of an odd choice. Is Kua just going to build Marines out of this with no add-on? Oh my lord, he is, isn't he? He scans. Observer gets a pervert mode before the move out. It's a lot of Stalkers on the front, though. 2 base against 2 base. I think Kua's hoping there's a 3rd base building. There is not. That's a lot of Stalkers. I like this move, though. Kua knows, you know, Hero thinks he's moving out. So Hero's like, cool, you've moved out. Now let's go in. And Tank does get a shot, but oh my gosh, he's just going to dive straight past. Oh no, he knows how reliant Terran is on Stim. Kua's Stim goes down at 80% complete. Oh, it's a disaster. He's going to blink forward that siege tank there. Oh, bam. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. The SCVs do get us around, though. There are Marines and Cyclones on the low ground. I think blink into recall is probably the best move, but Hero wants more damage. He's going to warp in Zealots. The absolute mad lad. Hero right now, drunk on power, drunk on aggression. The bloodlust is in him. Oh, the blood of Sargeras. And the demons are in him. He's going full Grom Hellscream right now. Hero drinks the blood of 19 SCVs, but it costs him his entire army. Kua's economy is in tatters. It does not exist anymore. He's got no Stim. It's a disaster for the Terran economically. But he pulls the boys and goes, he leaves nothing at home mining. Nothing. He's like, screw it. 28 Marines, 4 tanks. And Hero's like, well, I have 3 Stalkers, 4 Stalkers, an Immortal, and 4 Slow Zealots. He's going to drop a Dark Shrine. The Dark Shrine to try to get into it. Oh my lord. Dude, if he can win with a Dark Shrine comeback, that would be insane. I mean, is it a comeback? I think it is. I think Hero is so behind on army, you could argue he's dead right now. On the other hand, no income. There's a mule mining right now for Kua and 6 SCVs in his main. Oh, he goes for the fight. He gets a tank. The Immortal snipes a tank. Great move. I did not expect him to fight that early, but he snipes a tank. Hero. Great start. Loses a sentry, though. Stalkers on the counter are going to intercept his reinforcement. Exactly what he needs to do. He can lose his natural, man. Hero can absolutely lose his natural and still be fine in this game. He may need to. Oh, he's already used his recall, though. He's going to try and fight. The Immortals need to get on the tank. The Immortal's getting focused. The Stalker's coming from behind. One tank goes down. The Stalker's trying to get the other tank. These are non-stim Marines. The SCVs need to repair the tank. They need to repair the tank, but the tank goes down. But the Stalkers have all died. The SCVs say, taste my drill. The Immortal trying to hold strong, dude. Immortal was losing to SCV Medevac. Dark Templar comes in. He moves in, kills the Dark Templar. He's got to click the Dark Shrine. More DTs are warping in. He's got 2 of them on the map right now. And is that going to be able to deal with it? Because right now, there are 2 orbitals. He uses another scan. He saves scans. He's got 2 scans left in the bank, which means with that last gateway getting depowered, that is going to be that. He tries to throw a new pilot on the natural, does Hero. Hero's like, please, Dark Templar, please. But dude, the bloodlust attack was crazy. There's even a missile turret building in his base here. And Kua will come back and win a map here, getting the scoreline to 2-1 in Hero's favor. All right, guys. We got Hero in the top left side of the map on a very big map, Maganatha. And dude, he's just digging the immediate probe, isn't he? Hero's feeling himself. He's loving the immediate probe. He says, why would I not scout? Let's not give Terran any room. I really think Kua needs to do 1-Rex expand. I don't think we can play double gas here. I think we put ourselves too far behind economically if we go double gas, and there's too much pressure on us having to do damage. Gasless expand. 1-Rex because he was thinking of sending an SCV to the gas and he decided not to. He's doing a 1-Rex gasless expand. Oh my lord. Is this good? You know, you can do a 3-Rex with this actually, or a 3cc even. Seeing the gas timing, he might assume it's 3cc, but you actually do a 3-Rex off this. Build 3 Marines out of the barracks. So you go command center, 3 Marines out of the barracks. You try to intercept the early adept. And then you go 2nd and 3rd barracks. You go reactor, tech lab. You hit with stim, shields, 16 Marines, 440, I think. I'm thinking far ahead. This is pure theory. I don't know if this is what he's doing. But if he just plays 3 command center, I think it's an awful build order because That's the obvious thing. Is you see he's taking his gas late. Oh, he's clearly playing 1 racks into 3 command center. It's a pretty bad build order. Oh, he does have enough gas for the reactor after the 1 marine. Okay. Oh, it's Tech Lab, sorry. Wait, what? Okay, so it's a marine into... Oh, it's just the marine into marauder build. It's that build I hate, guys. We're seeing it again. Oh, man, I hate this build. You guys know I despise this build order. Oh, man. Every time Beyond's the player I see do it the most. And every time I'm like, Beyond, please stop. I hate this build. It sucks. I think Kua did this into the second barracks factory. And it was, what, Cyclone into tank push. Was it the final game against Classic, right? The 3 racks into 6 racks push. We might see the exact same build. Second barracks goes down. Factory will be next. I mean, it gives you a lot of units. The problem is, I don't know, man. I feel like if your reinforcements get cut off from behind, it gets stopped in its tracks. There we go. There's that factory. So it's the exact same build from the previous series. And to be fair, guys, keep in mind this GSL format is so cramped. We've had semi-finals, in finals, back-to-back in the same day, number 1. Hero also got to play his first, which is an advantage, as he's had more time to think about his strategies. Terran normally wants to come in with a lot of very special prepared builds. Instead, 3 racks. Yep, this is like, it's you know exactly what's happening. Now, keep in mind, Kua knows that Hero knows what he did last time with the 6 barracks. So he might fake the push out, try to just siege up on the high ground with some tanks, maybe ambush a few stalkers, and then behind that, go into starport, go into engineering bay, go into all that stuff that, you know, Classic thought he was doing initially, but he didn't do. He doesn't have to commit to this like it's a big all-in, but it's going to demand a response. Immediate forge for Hero, wow! Now, I would love an armor upgrade in 2 gas charge. I think is an amazing way to counter this, but knowing Hero, he'll go attack and maybe go heavy stalker with a 3rd gas, yeah. 4th gas as well! Dude, rushing forge against a guy with 3 barracks stim on the way is kind of wild. Takes a while till that gives you anything, but once it kicks in, the upgrade will give you efficiency for the rest of the game. So it looks like Hero's just going to play full 2 base. So he's going to get some tech, get some upgrades on 2 base, but basically say, hey, by giving up the 3rd, I should be okay. +1 attack it is. 4 gases mining. Tanks are building. Usually you push out with 2 tanks. Second tank will be out when Stim and Shields is almost finished. You might push a little before that. Marauder's already building. He's built 2 Marauders, 1 Cyclone. He's gone back to Marines for now, has Hero. Kua, sorry. And it is Templar Archives, so Storm Charge. 3 gate for now, 2 more, so 5 gate Charge Storm. Could play pure charge Archon as well. Archon's pretty good against Marines. If they can land hits. Hallucination, not able to confirm too much. He really wants to see what's going on. Oh! Oh no! Hallucination's getting a good scout! He's going to see no gas. Seeing no gas on the natural is really key, because that's how you know he's committed. Oh, great scout for Hero, and Hero's going to realize I do not need a 3rd. Build pylons, make gates, make storm, make zealots. That's going to be on Kua to finish this game. Could still go double gas. Cancel the engineering bay. Oh me, oh my. Hallucination's seeing everything right now. Okay, guys, extra tanks there. SCV, pull it is. And Storm's not ready. He's going to go for a 3rd base. He just confirmed it's an all-in. And yet he's being greedy. Hero often makes decisions that seem like the opposite of what are logical. He does not have Blink. Did he cancel Blink? Did he? Wow, this is pretty late for charge considering he canceled Blink. He needs Storm. He needs 30 seconds though. Guys, is he not being chrono boosting this? He saw the push coming. He's not being chrono boosting Storm. Bunkers are going down out front. This could absolutely work for Kua. Hero scouted it miles away. He decided to go for a 3rd base. He's not chronoed his Psy Storm. He's chronoed it now, of course, but way too late. Maybe he dropped 1 into it earlier, but you need more than that. Zealot's coming forward. The Bio's going to stim. Spread, 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 Kua. Spread, spread, spread. Spread, spread, spread. Dodge that storm. Dodge that storm. Okay. He did use his stim. Didn't kill that much Protoss. 1 or 2 good storms ends Kua. I think, though, Hero without a warp in point on the outs. Oh, he's got a pylon there. He can warp in Zealots here to flank. If he could warp in sneaky zealots on the left and flank the tanks or cut off the reinforce. Wait, is this another situation where he's just letting him rally across the map? Again, we keep seeing these sorts of pushes, guys, and I keep pointing out you need to cut off the rally. If you don't cut off the rally, these pushes are so much scarier. But there's just nothing out there. He's just going to attack from one side. I don't think this works. That's too many bunkers. Kua sells his bunker, though. That's a mistake. Oh, he sold a bunker up front. Storm landing. Oh, the bio eating big storms. But if he can load up these other two bunkers, it doesn't matter. That's going to be that. Hero scouted what was happening at every stage, and he went really greedy upgrade storm and took a third. He needed just to get out there and cut off the reinforce. I think he basically made the hard read where he said, it's been scouted, you're not going to commit to it because you won't have confidence in it. But Kua realized, look, I can't second guess myself. He gets all the information, I get none. I have to be decisive, and that's exactly what he did in this game. Brilliant play for Kua. Really well done. Very, very well done. And he should be able to finish this game off with ease. Are any tanks going to go down? Storm clips a Marauder, one tank, and one bunker fall for the entire Protoss army. Easy win here for Kua. Really nice push, dude. I mean, it's a good push, but like I said, we've seen Hero do this many times before, where he scouts a push coming, and he does the opposite of what anyone would expect against it. We go back like a minute. At this point, Storm is amazing, because good luck ever getting into a good position while walking up ramps into Psystorm, right? But the Storm, big investment, didn't kick in time. Hero misjudged his timing, and beautiful win for Kua. All right, guys, the series is tied up. We got a series on our hands. I think sometimes Hero in the top right here is playing a different game to everybody else. I do feel that Hero... What's Hero's team, by the way, guys? I'm surprised neither player has a team logo, team tag here, or clan tag next to them. Kind of odd to see here. But sometimes the players are a little bit lazy. Because I'm pretty sure Hero got picked up by a big team. I think Kua did as well. I don't remember who they're both playing for. But anyway, I think sometimes Hero's just trying to play 300 IQ. And I think he's like, I scouted your push. You're going to pivot into this other thing. So I don't need, you know. And I think by the time he scouted the lack of gases, it was probably just a little too late. I think maybe he could have chronoed Storm and just tried to like move out a little bit and threaten, like, hey, I have Storm, you can't move up here. Problem is, he just didn't have an army that could contest. He was just too greedy. Even without the third Nexus going down, it was going to be really hard there. It's just, hey, this is a 2-gas Terran. Like, it's basically a 1.5 base all-in for the Terran, if you can even call it that, right? No medevacs, no engineering bay upgrade, no gases, pulls the boys, you know, like, it's at best a 1.5 base all in, right? You got to realize that if you're going for 2 base full economy, both gases on the natural, and a forge early, and you're taking a storm, it's kind of like, how many advantages do you really want to have in this game? And Hero just overplayed his hand there. He had all the information in the world, and he did not use it correctly. I really don't think Kua should have been able to win, being as committed as he was and as scouted as he was. But that's you know, players aren't as practiced with these Phoenix hallucination openings as maybe they otherwise could be. I'd love to see a Stargate opening mixed in. We haven't seen any Stargate here in the GSL in a couple days. It is Twisted Minds for Hero. Of course, Q is still on Team Liquid. What am I talking about, guys? It's hard to remember sometimes with all the players changing teams, but Q has been on Team Liquid for a long time. Thank you for that, guys. I don't know why they don't have their team logos up or their team clan tags on. I'd love to see the players representing their teams a little bit more. There's a lot of teamless players out there. They'd love to be getting paid these salaries you guys are, but it is what it is. Sometimes the things don't show up properly in replays, but I think the clan tag absolutely should. Chat says, hey Pig, I did the stats. That Marauder opening actually has a 100% win rate in the GSL Finals 2025. Oh, thanks for crunching the numbers there, guys. Big sample size, huh? It worked out pretty well. It did work out pretty well. What can I say? Both games. I like the build. So it's still, what is this? Adept Sentry Hallucination, Twilight Council. Command Center comes up. We've got a Cyclone. So it's a double gas opening. Really quick Cyclone into low ground Command Center. I don't mind this opening for Kua. He does have a starport as well. But I would like to see a little bit more One Rex expand stuff. And I mean, what I do like about that last build is that it is more economic, right? That's what I like about that last game, is you're not as far behind from the start. You can push a little later, still have some good success. Medevac on the way as well. So it's gonna be a Marine Medevac Cyclone poke. And this does look like an early, like often you go tank afterwards and you go for a huge committed push. Oh, he sees the factory lift off though. He sees the factory. He knows exactly what you're doing. He's gonna cancel charge and make blink now. Okay, I think Hero's like, this might be a mega mind game. You might be pretending to swap. So the reason he went charge instead of blink, guys, is because he thinks it's the early tank push behind the Cyclone Marine. He's gonna confirm now. I don't think he'll cancel charge at this point, because he's already so far along, but he's gone battery in the main, battery on the natural, and it is 1 gate charge robo? No, 3 gate charge robo, okay. Stalker's gonna come forward. I'm personally not a big believer in the Banshee in this matchup. I think I think it's a good sometimes build, you know? Like, I think chocolate cake, good food. Really good food. As long as you just eat it occasionally. I think if you eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time, really bad food. That's for me, that's how I think of the Banshee in this matchup. Occasional dessert, occasional treat. Maybe you surprise your Protoss buddy with it. Really good choice. Every day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, not as big of a fan. And we have been seeing it getting spammed in the top leagues recently. So that's what I don't like about it. Dude, is he just going to A-move 7 Zealots in and, like, kill every SCV on this now? There's just no fighting units. Oh, Kira just has nothing. I mean, he won't die, but he needs to pull those SCVs instantly. Banshee flies in, shield battery completely blocks it. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. He's going to go for the Marines even. Kira not watching. Oh, the Marines trying to pull away. He's got so few Marines. He's been so tech unit focused. Oh, so many Marines go down. This is a disaster. Dude, is Kua just gonna die to 7 Zealots? Oh my lord, he is, isn't he? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the comeback starts. It's no longer 2-0 advantage to Hero. Kua fighting back. Wait. Hero made charge and A-moved 7 Zealots, guys. Oh gosh. It's a good move. Q was being too fancy. He went double gas, rushed his factory starport, delayed his command center. He was skipping reacted barracks marine production the whole time. The Banshee goes down, killing a single probe because he just used, he didn't even have to use energy recharge. The battery and then the Stalker Observer just dealt with it. And that's game over. Very anticlimactic game 5 here, guys. Zealot drop going towards the main base as well. It's kind of funny because Hero's making this matchup look broken and the Hallucinated Phoenix look broken, which I've been saying is an issue for a while now, and yet it has not been working against Clem at all, the Hallucinated Phoenix. It has not been working, and most players, Hero himself, have not even been using it much there. And isn't that so fascinating, guys? Because, like, balance-wise, I was thinking, Hallucinated Phoenix, I hate playing against it on ladder. I feel when I play TVP, like, they see everything I'm doing, doesn't feel fair. I watch Clem play and I'm like, is Hallucinated Phoenix Sentry opening even good? Doesn't seem worth doing. It's skill, execution, speed, tempo. It's so hard to calculate things in StarCraft. Don't get me wrong, I still feel it's a bit too ubiquitous, the vision. I think over scouting and too much vision might be a balance issue in StarCraft in general, with Overlords being a bit fast and Legacy of the Void, hallucinations, observers, things, blah, blah, blah. I do think, like, you know, it does take away a bit of the surprise sometimes at the very top level where the top guys are just, like, so good at scouting. But it's so hard to change that. But it's just one of those interesting things where I kind of look at it and I'm like, how is Clem able to not care about being scouted so much? And I think it's this ability to, like, threaten without overcommitting and just, like, poke and prod and not ever overcommit. Oh, look at that. Unfortunately, the Stalker battery already in the main, so even with Stim, shields +1, I think he could have focused that pylon. Leaves a Marine in there. That was Billy Bob. No one likes Billy Bob. Banshee's going to sneak by there. Observer and Cannon probably not both necessary. And there's, of course, up 20 workers for Hero. Q is going to try and make a magic comeback. He needs Hero to be... I have heard that Hero wanted to sign up to the Korean Baseball League as a pitcher. And we're hoping he's going to use this audition as an audition tape. If you're a Terran fan, that's what you're hoping. You're hoping he's going to throw really hard. You're going to see oh my god, that's a big army. It's not a lot of Terran, guys. Guardian Shield, Immortals dropping and one-shotting them at freaking Marauders, basically. Oh, Lord, that's going to be so hard to stop. The SCVs are getting slaughtered. Stalker's trying to blink back. And look, he blinks away, picks up the Immortals. Oh, Marine Flank! The Marine Flank gets the Prism. Cure says, taste my Gauss rifle, boy. Gets the Prism with an Immortal inside, gets the other one. Dude, does he actually pull the boys and go now? He does. He's going to pull the boys and go. Dude, if he kills Hero in this game, this is the biggest throw of all time. No, it's not. But it is like absolutely crazy if you find a way. If Cure finds a way to win this game, Hero is absolutely getting drafted next season in the Korean Baseball League, man. This is crazy. Colossus, I think, is going to come out. Hero was so far ahead for so long. His army supply is not even that far behind. This is going to be so hard because charge, +1's done. Colossus is like 10 seconds from popping. Batteries as well. And he's got the force fields. Actually, he just goes straight Guardian Shield. Doesn't even bother with the force fields. Cure, he had a terrible start to this game. He got mauled by those early zealots. He's going to stim for the Colossus. There is a battery there. Finishes off the Immortal. The Colossus will go down. But there's a lot more gateway units coming in from the left. And with a probe pull as well. I think Hero should be able to finish off just this last little section of units. Good attempt there for Cure. After that Marine flank did kill some stuff. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, the early damage from those zealots was crazy. And I think that was just obviously a game ender. Not something you're really used to. Q is like, oh, well, there's no attacks really that hit at this point. He's busy defending my harassment. You're just not thinking about random 7 zealots running in at, was it 4.5, 5 minutes? This reacted barracks, if I can show you guys the reacted barracks from early on, let me show you this build. And look at this. It's just not building because he wants to save for the Cyclone. He cancels the Marines, builds the Cyclone. So the reactor, he wants to build SCVs. He's just going so tech heavy. Cancels another Marine there. And the Phoenix was very aware of the fact that this Marine count, he's not using the barracks to its full potential for this whole early game. And that means his Marine count's probably 8, maybe 10 Marines lower than it could have been. Once again, rushes 2nd and 3rd barracks. He's powering right now. He's not using his barracks. And as a result, he's incredibly vulnerable. Nice game for Hero. All right, guys. 1 game away from sealing the deal. If Hero wins this map, he can avoid the Game 7, get the 4-win, 2-loss record. That would look pretty good. Q is one with a couple of nice all-ins. Hero got caught off by them. Well, not always. I mean, he kind of saw them coming and still died. But, yeah. It's Ultra Love. I'd like to see another 1-Rax expand. Oh, he's going to go double gas again. I mean, Q is clearly feels most comfortable with double gas. But we talked to Clem in Pigfest, and I said, man, like, are these Phoenix openings a problem? Like, what's... And he said, oh, I think if you go double gas, they're actually, like, kind of almost overpowered. The hallucinated Phoenix openings. He said, if you play 1-Rax expand, you have more economy. You don't have as much pressure on you to, like, desperately do damage and slow down the Protoss. So it doesn't feel too bad. So, you know, he was like, yeah, I've just gone back to 1-Rax expand builds. And, you know, I've been finding a way to make it work with, like, Marine Cyclone medevac pressure. But Q is still doing the double gas almost every game, and that's why Hero's just rushing sentries so much. And look at this. He's ahead 3-2. He's like, no scout, Nexus before core, both on 20. Super greedy build. This is actually a really good start if you want to play Oracle as well, because you get your second gas before second pylon with this build. You can delay that second pylon slightly since the Cybercore is delayed, so you can build that next with the 22 supply right here, 100 minerals. 22 pylon on the natural. Very nice. Factory goes down in the main, does pull off gas. It is still going to be an expand behind this, but definitely more pressure on the Terran to slow down or do damage to the Protoss player. And he's committing to multiple Reaper Hellion on a map which is really bad to run in with Reaper Hellion. It's a very tight wall off on the natural, and it's a walled off Reaper Ledge in this game. Hero doesn't always wall off the Reaper Ledge, but he did this time. Starts a battery on the natural. And he's got a Stalker getting chrono boosted first up. He'll go for a sentry right after that. He's already queued it up. Oof. All right. Extra Reaper Hellion coming out here. Interesting. 2 Reapers. Hellion. Starport goes down. No reactor just yet. Are we... Q, what are we doing with this? Reactor? Tech Lab? Gonna build some add-ons. It's not making a decision just yet. Interesting. Goes for a Widow Mine, and a reactor does now finally start. All right, Reaper's poking around. Twilight Council's been well hidden in the natural. Reaper's going after the pylon is kind of cute. Do pull away. Obviously, they're not going to kill that. Second gateway starts at 3 minutes. Super safe for Hero. So very safe. Reapers might think about grenading themselves in, but no, just going after the pylon. I don't think you can trap these with force field, can you? You could try like force field there or something. They need to jump up there and then jump down there to get out, but easier said than done. Widowmine, it looks like, killed a hallucination. Charge first! Hero's been loving his charge first. So he scouted. What did he scout? Tech Lab Factory. It looks aggressive, but look at that. After getting scouted, Cure pivots. I love this. Cure pivots immediately into second barracks, and I think we're going to see a third barracks as well. And as long as there's no blink attack, you can be really greedy here. So if Q has made the correct read... Oh, and he moves out with the drop, which actually is great because he thinks there's a Cyclone in that. Hero thinks there's a Cyclone and Marines in this. He does not know that's a Widowmine. This is really good because it delays Hero seeing your fast second, and then third barracks will probably come up soon as well. This is really good. This delaying with this medevac, the scouting is amazing. Robo, 4 gases going up for Hero. He's going to go Storm most likely behind this. Oh, Reaper Hellion drives in. I don't think he can kill that though, can he? No, he's going to run. Run away. Damages a Stalker slightly. Hellion can easily get repaired up. The drop is no longer being chased, so he can go forwards. No third barracks. Still feels like Cure wants to go for some sort of big all in here. We don't see a third gas. We don't see a third barracks or an eBay. And it's a Gumiho style Marine timing. Medevac's being built one at a time. Reaper runs in. Sees the Robo. No Templar Archives. It's a Robo Bay! Robo Bay, if you can get a Colossus out, it is amazing against this because it's such a Marine heavy push that Q is gearing up for. At least it appears to be. And that sort of push is just not as effective now. The Widowmine came in. I don't think it did anything, guys. Looks like he just unloaded it and flew away. Zealots run in. Bunker gets cancelled, and he builds a depot there. Interesting. Zealots do take a tank shot. Third Nexus starts. Forge and Robobay. Cure still down 10 workers off of this early game. Like I said, man, it's 5 minutes. He's only got 36 workers. That's that double gas opening in effect. It gives the Protoss the ability to just chill on 2 base without worrying about getting behind. Question is, can we still find an opening? Even with a Protoss who delayed his third a lot, is there still an opening here? Charge is done. First Colossus has begun. And you bet your butt he is going to chain chrono that Colossus. Hallucinated Phoenix sees the move out. He knows he's only got a little bit of time. Colossus, halfway done almost. Dumps another chrono into it. +1's coming in. Stim is done. Looks like kind of... Is this a fake out? No, here comes the boy pull! Oh, that Colossus could end this, but it's not here yet. The Colossus still 10, 15 seconds away. The SCV Marine tank, if he gets a good tank position, maybe, just maybe, but my gosh, Guardian Shield, Charge Zealots are very good units. He needs to get rid of the Guardian Shield. The tank focuses it down. No, it doesn't. The Zealots are so tanky in the Guardian Shield. Finally, the sentry goes down. One tank falls. Uh-oh, the Marines are going to stim on the Colossus. The Mad Lad, Cure, stimming on top of a Colossus with Marines, and that is what he has to pay for that. He damages the Colossus, and 9 Marines go down. The Colossus already on 10 kills. Pushing forward, that is absolute madness. Oh, I mean, it felt like maybe if he pulled back those Marines, this would be a better position. But now that there's Colossus and Zealots, I think you break out with 2 Colossus and a Guardian Shield. As Hero, you energy recharge the sentry. Second Colossus comes out, you break. You warp Zealots in from this side, bring them around from that side to flank the tanks at the same time. And I think Q is kind of screwed. Remember, he just threw away a bunch of SCVs. I think Hero is about to become a GSL champion. The Zealot Colossus Stalker Sentry comes forward. He dives on top here. The Colossus are getting focused by the tanks. Oh my gosh! Q! Oh, he does lose one more tank, but he kills a bunch of Colossus. The Marines, they're thinking about branching to the right side. There's no mining on that third. Colossus. Oh, the tank in the open. You got to be careful with the tank in the open. There's one Marauder, one tank. They're the only anti-Colossus units here. The tank siege is up really deep. Super deep positioning. Wow. Dude, can Cure actually do this? He might be able to. No flank from Hero, and the Colossus was not able to hit the Marines. You want the Zealots hitting the tanks, the Marines hitting the Colossus hitting the Marines. He wasn't able to get it. Second tank comes in. The Bio stims in. The Viking takes out the Colossus, the force fields. Not able to buy enough time. Q is going to push in. I can't believe this is going to work. Hero not able to defend the savage thrusts of Q right now. What in the heck? Hero, I can't believe this is working. But he's able to get through here. Hero not able to break out. One has to wonder, is this yet another game where a player had charge finished and let the Terran rally across the map? Guys, I don't want to be backseat Barry over here, but I'm just kidding. Of course I do. I'm always backseat Barry. It's my specialty as a commentator, is saying I get to see the whole map. I get to cast the entire tournament. I get to see the patterns. I don't think I'm being crazy here, guys. Is this yet another game where if you just warp in a few zealots after the first fight and go around, you just win? Right? At this point, why are these zealots not warping in here and running around the map? Look at the rally. Look at the lack of defense at home. But once you let these units get together and join up in a nice tight formation and fight exactly like they want, the Terran army grows in power. I mean, I love we're getting a game 7. I love Q is winning. But I do feel like Q's successes here, as well as against Classic, have partially been Protoss players are locking into front-on fights with a Terran who is so desperately all in, and he needs to fight the perfect fight here, and I think we're giving it to him. Utter madness, guys. I did not think we were getting a Game 7 today. You know, I said Hero's an overwhelming favorite, but Kua, he's just knuckling down and finding a way. He is willing himself to victory in this series. He's making a crazy comeback. I do think there are big oversights that have been made by the Protoss players defending his attacks. I think we're seeing a lot of attacks get scouted, a lot of time to understand what's happening, and I think after that first fight, you just warp in a few zealots on the third, wrap around the push to cut off the reinforcement, and then flank it from behind. All the pressure's on the Terran to force a good, perfect fight. Every second that goes by, you're making more units than him, so all you need to do is take your time and disengage the push. And this is... it's high pressure. People make mistakes. The reason I'm ranting about this is because we've seen it multiple games in a row with both Classic and Hero now, where they are letting him push to the front and they are refusing to cut off the reinforce. And this is a very, very fundamental pattern in StarCraft, in warfare. If your opponent grabs their entire army, puts everything into one forward thrust, well, you can meet them, but it is never the path of least resistance. And you as a strategist should not be looking for the path of most resistance. You shouldn't be looking to go, ha, they'll never stand up to us. I'll find cavalry. We'll meet them on the field of battle. It's like, dude, he has no supply lines. He's about to run out of food and water. Why fight him? Why not go around, harry his backlines, break up the supply chain, avoid fighting front on, show some asymmetric strategy. Take advantage of the fact that he's in hostile lands, right? It feels a little bit like we're watching, a militia of Protoss go forwards and meet a much more advanced military that is about to starve to death. And if we just waited a little bit of time, they'd starve to death on their own. They're in the desert, they have no water, but for some reason we're like, we're going to fight you before you dehydrate. I don't know, man. Oh, is he doing it again? I mean, it's the build that's given him the best success. It's the Tech Lab Marauder build. Q is like, hey, it's been working. But this is a different follow-up, right? Because he's going for a faster gases this time. So I think he's going to go quicker factory this time around. I don't think he's going to do the 3 barracks. But be funny if Hero just stops making sentries now. He's like, screw it. Proxy Dark Shrine or something like that. Maybe, change up the style massively. He does. He's going quick blink. He's going to rush blink this game, guys. He's going to delay a sentry massively. Maybe build it as a 3rd gateway unit, potentially. I think he'll go another Stalker here, probably. Yeah. Okay, very big change up. It is still 2nd barracks into factory. I think Kua might be out of build orders at this point. This happens in longer series where Terran players like, dude, I just played a PvT. I'm playing another one. I only have so many build orders. I'm gonna have to do a repeat build order here. Swaps off, builds the reactor. Factory's gonna swap over and build a cyclone. Then gonna build a siege tank. There'll be a 3rd barracks soon. Yeah, we've seen this build before. Tech Lab's gonna go down here, right? I think it's a Tech Lab on this barracks, right? Yeah, Tech Lab, because that starts Stim. Well, and he's gonna have no idea it's coming. Hero playing blind this game. He's given up on the sentries. I feel like the sentries have served him so well. They've put him in game-winning positions. I don't think there's a reason to doubt the sentry. There is a reason to doubt what we've done with the information we've been given. And now Hero's going back to classic. Straight blink, 3-gate robo. It's not a bad build, but he's going to be blindsided by the push, and he's going to have to execute well under pressure. He's playing a max pack style now. Third gas does come down pretty early. Oh my god, it's so tense. I'm so happy I've kept myself spoiler-free today. Earlier engineering bay. Okay, Cure, I don't... Did he get +1 with this build in any of the previous games? I feel like he didn't. He might not be pushing as hard as he did in the previous games. He might actually do a bit more of a follow-up this time. This might have actually been the best opportunity of a game to just shove. The downside is there's going to be so many Blink Stalkers on his side of the map so early in the game. If these Stalkers push across, if he was going for the full shove, I think the Stalkers would pick off a lot of units on the way across the map. Observer's coming out, Prism behind it. Third Nexus will be a little delayed here for Hero. How delayed, really? Turret builds. Q is worried about DTs. So Q is actually trying to buy a bit of insurance right now. He's like, dude, I don't want to die to some random Dark Templar. He squeezes a turret in. It's pretty expensive. That's 100 minerals, 125 minerals, so 225 minerals for this DT insurance. Might allow him to kill the Observer if Hero's not watching. He does see the Observer. Not sure if he noticed it. Cyclone's on the right side. Oh, Stalker's getting ready to blink in. He's got a lot of bio, though. Stim's almost ready. I mean, Hero sees a ton of units here. Blinking in here is a wild man decision. You can do it, but you've got to get out quickly. He's going to snipe the reactor and then try and leave. Yeah, it's a lot of bio. Gets the reactor, gets a Marine, gets another Marine, and starts to blink away. One Stalker. Very good trade. Very good trade. The reactor especially really removes a lot of the Marine production. Combat shields +1. 3 more barracks. He's doing the all-in. 4 more barracks. He's doing a 7 barracks all-in right now because he lost the reactor. He's like, dude, 7 barracks. Let's go. Medevacs are for cucks and tryhards. I'm neither one of those, and therefore I'm going to kill you with a big old all-in. 8 barracks with no add-ons. What the hell? Hero scouts it with the Stalker drop. He knows exactly what's happening. Please stop building probes, Hero. You do not need probes against the 8 barracks all in. There we go. He does stop probes. The Stalkers are blinking back. If he gets a Colossus out, it's lights out for this push. But he's supply blocked. Oh no, he chronos into the supply block and only now starts pylons. Oh, Hero, it's a disaster. Finally, he gets on supply block by, I think, canceling a bunch of units or losing some Stalkers or something. I don't know what it was. He starts a Colossus. He needs to keep chronoing that. He does chrono it another time. He's trying to build batteries. He's got a sentry on the way. Cure going for the big all-in. Cure is so desperate in this series. He has no faith in the long game against Hero. He's got to get in here. Colossus is still 20 seconds away. Not having the Colossus. It's a disaster for Hero. But can he buy time for it to get out? There is no backup pylon powering that robo. If that gets out, it could be a game changer. 2 bunkers going down. I'd love a bunker on the left as well. He's trying to wall off the right side. Zealots that will flank in. Tanks shifting forward. He sees the Colossus now. He's got to be careful. Those Marines and SCVs cannot be fighting into that, and he's going to stim. Here comes the big push. Stalker Zealot jumps in. 1 tank goes down. The bio started stepping away from the Colossus. The tanks try to focus fire it. There's still SCVs. They can repair that tank. That tank sieges up front. Marauder Cyclone on the front line, doing pretty darn well at tanking the damage. The Marine count is there. Colossus was not out in time to slow this push down, which means the tank is in range of that Colossus. He just doesn't have vision right now because he needs to move a Marauder up to see it. Bunkers creeping their way forward. The other 2 bunkers did go down. If he could start that bunker, it would really help him out. A second Colossus does emerge. No extended thermal lance for these bad boys. Picks up 1 into it. He tries to power the robo. He's going to go for it. Here we go. Hero's last attempt. He's got to try to focus the Colossus onto the Marines. The Marines running forward. The tanks do all. The Marines need to pull back. The Marines go a little bit far forward. Those bunkers do get sold. He's got to keep shifting his tanks forward, though. There's 3 Colossus in his mind. It's actually only 2. One of them's a fake. And the Cyclone's still there. No! My replay! Game freezes up for half a second. It's getting even more excited than I am. Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on today in StarCraft? The Colossus gets dropped over there. The Colossus Prism Micro for Hero might just save his bacon. I think he was getting a little over-eager. He's got to slow this down. He is building a lot more Marauders, which is absolutely crucial. Remember, he's on 8 barracks, but he's got 2 tech labs. The rest are all no add-ons. He's not building SCVs. He's got to get a move on because Hero's got 3 bases. Hero's got 42 probes mining. 2 bunkers are full. The tanks are a bit exposed. Oh, the Immortals get dropped behind. They snipe the 2 tanks, which is crucial. Hero takes out the tanks, which means means the Colossus should be good. The Immortal waddles back to safety. The Colossus able to hold the position. And without any siege tanks, you are absolutely screwed. One siege tank does come forward. Remember, these guys have no healthcare. There's no medevacs with this push. There's none on the way. It is we will win the battle now or die trying. Siege tank gets a great shot on those Immortals and Colossus. He's maybe a little clumped here as Kua away from the bunkers. He's going to try and spread a little bit and deal with it. The tank gets blinked on. The Immortal Colossus doing really well. The bunker gets busted. One Immortal gets low, but the Colossus are going to break through. Hero, holy moly, skipping the sentry in Game 7. I thought it was a crucial mistake, but it feels like he has just barely managed to stitch together a defense eventually here at the end of the day. And it looks like he's going to be okay. The Colossus Immortal now will break out. The Bio have no medevacs. There's no healthcare for you boys. And that is going to be an epic hold. Hero, he loves to make it exciting. I truly feel this could have been a 4-1 for Hero. And then there is no such thing as a non-hype Hero series. You never know what's going to happen. He was an overwhelming favorite. He has been crushing Kua head-to-head over recent weeks and months. He was by far the favorite to win this entire tournament, considering the opposition and his records against them recently. And despite that, he gives us an epic 7-game series. This is why we love you, Hero. You are such a fantastically exciting player, incredibly unpredictable, and you're one of the few guys that makes StarCraft a game where it feels like we never know what's going to happen next. So hats off to you. You really deserve this, GSL. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really happy to see another Protoss champion at a really big tournament. So GG, well played, Hero. Well done, mate. Well done.